Hello, and welcome to the Allume All Hands Update. Thank you very much for being here. It is my pleasure to connect with you and to share what's happening. We have lots of wonderful news to share, and a lot that I want to sort of bring us all together to focus on. As you all know, we've been sort of really launching our continuous care business over the last few months, and there have been lots of really wonderful moments, and there have been a lot of challenges. So we're happy to have you part of the team, and we hope you feel the same way. The reason I do these calls is because I want to create a direct connection with you. One of the unfortunate things about home care is, of course, that we're all spread out, right? You're out in the homes providing care to patients and families, and for the most part, I'm in the office, and I don't get to see you all the time. If you were in the office, I would talk to you and get to know you and try my best to help understand what makes you work and what makes you tick, and find out how we can support you. So this is a way for me to reach out to you, and so that hopefully you'll start to feel connected to me in some way. And if you ever feel the desire to reach out, that you will. I have an open invitation to anyone who is out in the field to take me up on my offer to have a lunch together. I'll take you out for lunch. I'll take you out for dinner. I'll take you out for breakfast. Just reach out to me. I would love to do that and spend some time with you one-on-one. So there you go. So can't wait to hear who's going to reach out to me first. So today I'm going to talk about what we are always going to talk about in these all hands is where we're headed as a company. Find out how you can be a part of contributing to the bigger whole. Hear about how we're doing on our progress, and receive announcements. So a lot of this is celebration. A lot of this is letting you know some of the cool things that are going on to support the team. Also things that the team is doing really, really well, as well as ways that we can improve together. So I first want to announce a welcome to all of our new team members. So here's who all has joined since May. You can see here on the slide. I'm not sure how many it is, but it's a lot, right? It's a lot. It's a big number. We're up to 64 employees, and so it may actually be more than that as of today. We're growing leaps and bounds. Fortunately, we have a wonderful influx of new patients who've come on board, and we're grateful for that. And the reason that we have those patients is because all of you out in the field are already providing remarkable care. So welcome to all of our new team members. I can't wait to meet each one of you, and by all means, take me up on my offer to have lunch or brunch or something. Okay, let me get to know you. I wanted to talk about some Remarkable Care Awards. And so we love when your notes are on time, whether you're a home health aide out in the field, or you're a nurse completing visits, or a nurse completing continuous care shifts, or whatever you're doing out in the field. We love it when your notes are on time. And it's not just because we want you to, and because we ask you to, and because it's like your mother wanting your bedroom cleaned. It's not like that. It really is extremely valuable to us on so many levels if you can get your notes on time. What notes on time means is that you complete your note the same day that you do your scheduled shift or visit. And when it comes to continuous care, it means that because the note is in paper, that it lands in our Allume office, in the office, not in some basket at your patient home waiting for somebody else to take the office, but it lands in the Allume office at 12 p.m. or sooner on a Monday. So these people are people who in the last month have every week managed to get their notes in on time. And for all of us in the office, we say thank you very much. You are awesome, and you're helping us make Kelly's life and Patty Ann's life and Christine's life and Joanna's life. Everybody here in the office is saying a big hearty thank you when you get your notes on time. it really helps us to ensure the quality assurance process, the payroll process, the billing process, every aspect of the care we're able to appreciate. So great job. Next we have, for another set of Remarkable Care Awards, is the No Call Out Award. And okay, this award is really important to families. If you really stop and think about it, one of the most important things we can do for families is show up. And we want, as a company, to set a very high bar for no call-outs. We want to be able to fill our schedules for families, and then we want to make sure that every week, every day, the people who are supposed to show up on time and ready to work, ready to provide care. Without that, what happens is these families who've already had enough trauma in their lives, enough challenge, these families are caught without support. Maybe they were going to go to work. Maybe they were going to go to a doctor's appointment. Maybe they were going to spend some time with family. Whatever it is, when you show up, they're able to function and get some time. So the Call Out Award is really, really important to us. And so we want to see everybody's name on the No Call Out Award. And so I'll tell you, you can, if you say, let's say you know you're not going to be able to make your shift tomorrow afternoon because something has come up, your daughter has a recital or something that you just found out about, you can get somebody else to do your shift for you. And then it's not a call out, okay? The other thing is that call-outs are to be reported at least 4 hours ahead of time, so we have at least some chance of finding a replacement and not putting the family out. So the people on this list have been excellent, showing up to work every day at their scheduled time for their scheduled shift in the last month. So rock on, thank you very much, and to everybody else, if you don't see your name here, look for it next month, okay? Help us get to 100% of all employees for this one. All right, the next one is the Fill-In Award. Now this one is very similar in nature to the call-out, the No Call-Out Award. And the Fill-In Award is really great because these are people who not only do they not call out, a lot of them are the same people that are on this list are also on this list. This group of people will show up when others call out. And so I don't know how, I didn't have the total number of times Ventretta has done it, but I know Ventretta has done it a bunch. And I know that Roxanne has done it 19 times, 19 shifts in the last month. That's outrageous. So just a big thank you. It's a really, really, really important measure of remarkable care, and it's one that we will continue to track and continue to make sure people know that we are noticing and that we appreciate it. The next big announcement is that we've had some promotions. So as we grow, we are looking for ways to develop expertise, and so there are some individuals out there, and we're continuing to build on this. So this isn't the only time that we're going to do these kinds of promotions, but we've just selected a group of nurses who are now our senior shift nurses, and these people will help us train and mentor nurses in continuous care. So as we bring on new patients, they will be a part of that process. So Elaine, Mary, Diane, Charmaine, and Holly, thank you very much for receiving our offer and accepting. We look forward to having you help us grow the new members of our team. Also, I wanted to let you know that we do have a scholarship program. We do pay for education on a case-by-case basis. We want to grow people who are integral, important parts of the team. We want to help people move into higher levels of care over time. And so we are happy to announce that Grace Casanova, one of our RNs, has been awarded the tuition scholarship and she will be completing the home care management certificate over the next few months. And this is an important thing that Allume needs. We need it, and she is happy to have it. It's part of her next step to receiving a BSN. So just wanted to celebrate Grace, and also just let y'all know that this possibility is available to you as well to receive future education scholarships. All right, so I want to announce that for this coming month, the June 15th to July 15th recognition and rewards challenge is for everybody to really focus this next month on getting your notes done on time. And the goal is for us to have 100% of everybody get their notes done on time. That means 100% of your continuous care physical paper notes in the office by 12 o'clock on Mondays every week between now and July 15th. And also for any electronic notes that you complete the note the same day you provide the service, provide the care. So this is the challenge we put out to you, and our goal is to have the whole team be at 100%. And so I put that out to you as an opportunity for us all to rise to the challenge and provide remarkable care. All right. So now I was going to talk to you about our company and what we're up to, what we're doing. So this is a sort of a picture of our full what we're up to company milestones. And so it shows you that we started in May of 2016. So Stephanie and Christine and I, we went to our first Connecticut Association for Healthcare at Home conference and decided together that we were going to move forward and create what is today known as Allume. So we formed our corporation in June, which would have been exactly 2 years ago. We need to have a birthday party. And then we opened our office in Watertown, where we are now, in August, and completed our Connecticut state license application in September of 2016. So 1 year ago, we were awarded, we completed our Connecticut home health license, and that was a really big deal to go through. If any of you ever have the opportunity to get licensed and be a part of the licensure process, God bless you. God love you, because it's a journey. Just ask Stephanie and Christine, especially Stephanie. I mean, Lord. So we did it, and then on September 28th of 2017, we completed our Medicare accreditation, which was another big deal. During that time, between June and September, I don't know if y'all know this, but we were serving free patients. We served, I don't recall exactly, about 25 patients, and they were from the ages of 6 months old all the way to 102. And we provided every facet of care, from skilled nursing, home health, OT/PT, speech, social work. We really had a nice diverse group and provided care for free to demonstrate our ability to provide quality care. We got our Medicare accreditation, which allows us to interact with Medicare, Medicaid, and it is also usually the precursor for any private insurance. So we were able to launch our Medicare services in October of 2017 last year. But we had to wait until really February of this year to start getting paid, which was kind of unfortunate, but that's the way the government works sometimes. So that is what precipitated the start of our continuous care launch. So in February, we launched really the full breadth of our continuous care practice, and we've been aggressively, excitedly growing that part of the business ever since. And so we'll continue to grow. We have some milestones to meet, and as the year unfolds, we'll talk more about those goals. So we have some objectives that together as a team, so what we talk about here in the office, but this really stretches out to you. So these are some key goals and objectives for this year that we want to keep our eyes on, and we kind of have a little status report over here that shows us how we're doing. And you'll see that we have lots of yellows, we have a couple of reds, and we have a couple of what I would call yellow greens, which I'd like to shift fully to green. So here's what they are. So one of our goals is to grow our continuous care by about 3 patients a month, which is about 15 hours per month. And so I would say that we are yellow-green because we started out really strong. We kind of flattened out a little bit for a couple of months, but now we're back to really growing. And a big part of this has been getting our operational systems in place so that we can handle the volume. It also has been largely directly related to hiring the number of people and training them and making sure they're competent and doing really great quality, excellent clinical care. And so we've taken a few months to sort of right some things that we discovered early on weren't working quite as well as we'd like. And now we're really we're positioned to grow pretty considerably over the next few months, and we'll certainly hit those goals for 1,500 hour growth in the next 2 months. So we feel good about moving this particular one from yellow-green to a strong green, hopefully by next month. Then we have number 2 is to grow skilled medical to 200 visits per month. So skilled medical is different than continuous care, right? Shift nursing for continuous care. It's where you go in for an 8-hour shift or somewhere thereabouts and perform your nursing shift. The skilled medical is for things like med admin or going in and doing a Medicare-related visit that's usually less than an hour or about an hour. So this part we're also growing. And we've hired a nurse who's specifically helping us with admissions and developing that practice. We also have Lori Kibbe, who is our marketing person who is helping us grow referral contacts. So we are, I would say at this point that we are behind our goal, but very intentionally we're behind the goal at this point because we didn't feel we were ready to really provide that care. We didn't have enough of the right RNs to lead that and enough LPNs to do a lot of the care. So it is a red right now, but we are meeting next week together as a team, and we have the start of a plan to really roll out and turn that red into at least a yellow would be my hope by next month. I want to start to see us doing some very key activities on a regular basis to get us having a nice solid stream of skilled medical referrals. Number 3, we have the goal of hiring, onboarding, and training 10 to 15 nurses per month. That's a lot, right? So we have to have really good, tight operations for onboarding, competency training, and making sure everybody who knows how to do their job, from documentation to the clinical aspects, every part of care. So we've been working hard on getting those pieces together. We did meet the goal in February of about 10 nurses. We did not meet that goal in March and April, but we have more than exceeded it in May, and we will continue to be in a good spot for 10 to 15 nurses in June and July. Part of the success that we've had is that we hired Taylor McBriarty to help focus on recruiting shift nurses and home health aides. And so she came on board in February, and she's just been really great helping us get up to speed. So that's a yellow-green right now. Hopefully we'll get that to green by next month. The next thing is that we have a goal of having 95% of visit notes completed the same day as service rendered. Okay, this is the one we were talking about before. This is the one we're focusing on for the month. This is the challenge for the month. This is improving. About 2 months ago, it would have been last month. It would have been a red. The month before, it would have been like a triple red. So we're getting better, but we really need your cooperation and support on this. This is really important for the many other steps that follow after you provide care. There's a whole bunch of things that happen after you provide care, and if we don't get your nurse notes done or your home health aid done in a timely way, it causes this many issues, as well as compliance, right? So compliance, you are supposed to get your notes done in the same day. So then we have, the next one is 95% of continuous care notes received in the office by 12 p.m. Monday. This one I'm still going to put at a red. And this is because it's an ongoing problem. It requires a ton of energy to connect with people and find you and, find out what happened, where they are. It's an issue. We're actually making some changes to the payroll schedule as a result of it. We sent out an email about this already, and a letter is going in the mail. You probably have already received it, but we'll talk about it later in the presentation. But we want to move this continuous care nurse note problem I'd really like to move it into the green zone. It would have enormous impact on every aspect of our company if you would please support us in this. And then no more than one call out per employee per quarter. This is really, really, really key. I'd like to say that nobody gets any call outs at all because call outs are so destructive and difficult, but we do realize that occasionally people have things come up that are outside of control. So this is improving. Part of it is that we're taking a pretty hard stance on people who regularly call out. We have a policy around it. More than 3 call-outs in a quarter will result in you being taken off the regular schedule. So we take this very seriously. We define this as a key component of remarkable care. And so I put it at yellow. We're doing well. I'd like to see us get to green next month. All right, then we have 80% fully scheduled for new continuous care patients. Okay, so basically what this is that we need to have, this is a metric we look at, and it's having enough people filling all of the shifts. And it's not really something you have personally, most of you, a lot of control on. This is the scheduler and the human resources department finding and hiring and putting people in. But where you can help with this is you can help by, if you have extra time and you want to work more, we would love to have you fill some of our open spots. I want you to be aware of this because we feel that for a family who is a new family coming into our continuous care practice, that our goal is to start them and maintain them at the 80% of their possible schedule. We want to have 80% of it full, over the first 3 months or better. And then after that, we want to get it up to 90% and keep it at 90% or higher. Again, that's part of what we see as our remarkable care distinctions and how we are perceived as different. We want to live up to that. So we want to tell you about it, we want to live up to it, and we want to report on it. So those 2 are areas that we are still in yellow, but I hope to see those, and I know that Christine and Taylor and Patty Ann have been really working on this, and I know that a bunch of you have taken on new shifts here and there, and we appreciate all of your support. So some new things that have come out recently. We have a new QA with Kelly that is a weekly webinar. It's a quick message. It's like 2 minutes long. It's not even that. And it's a quick QA video. And I really, 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 really implore you to watch it. And here's why. Because Kelly's the lady who gets your notes when they come in. All right? They come in to the office and she gets through them. And so she can see firsthand what the issues are. And sometimes it's, one-off things, but a lot of times it can be common things. And so every week she'll invite you to focus on one thing that is to just focus on for the week. And maybe it could be as simple as in your note, making sure you put the right date. I know that sounds crazy, but the right date is really, really important. If it's not correct, then it's wrong, and you'll have to come back into the office and put the right date in, putting the right spelling for the person's name, the right MR number, right? These are basic things, but there's other stuff too. And every week she'll go deeper, and she'll help us together as a group become better and better at what we put into the documents, so that our quality is high. Just this week, Stephanie went to a meeting at the Connecticut Association for Healthcare at Home and learned from DPH about what's happening with these surveys, and they're very, very hard right now. The hardest that the association has seen in history. So having a really top-notch quality program is very important. So listen to Kelly, because she can help you put things in your notes that will pass every one of your notes, so you won't have to come into the office, and it'll also help to make sure that our quality assurance program is top-notch and we don't come up with problems later on. The next new thing that we have to offer is that we have launched, and I sort of alluded to it earlier, a shadowing and mentoring program. And this is really in the service of trying to provide remarkable care, particularly in the area of continuous care at home. And so Grace Casanova is a relatively new hire. She's a new case manager and supervisor, and she's helping us to develop our training program. One of the things we're rolling out under her wing is a shadowing and mentoring program for continuous care. And it's for all new hires, and it's also for less experienced nurses. The program can be used to help you elevate your level of care. So maybe the level of acuity might be at a certain level, and you might be able to improve and go to a higher level of acuity. So maybe you've never worked with a trach or a vent, or someone with seizures perhaps, and by this program you can start to develop more skills that maybe you haven't had the opportunity to develop in the past. So this is a program that's for all new hires plus existing people that are in the field. And so what happens is you start out if you were hired today in this group that's been recently brought in and hired recently, they're going through the process now. So the continuous care training simulation happens in the office with Grace or another RN, where she really goes in depth to teach you how to manage a patient with a complex continuous care patient in the home, and how to deal with emergent situations. And then she does a competency evaluation to make sure that you know how to do everything. So she doesn't just show you everything, she actually gives you an opportunity to put your hands on the equipment and try it for yourself in the office. But we know that doing things in the office isn't the same as doing things in the field, right? So this is why we created the senior shift nurse position, and looked at some of the senior nurses in the field who've been working in continuous care for a while and have experience working with more complex cases. And we will invite all of our new employees to go and spend a shift, a short shift, a 2 to 4 hour shift out with one of these shift nurses in the home with the patient that nurse normally works on. And while out there, the trainee will document as though they were providing the documentation real time, and they'll also have the opportunity to get some instruction and feedback. And then the next time that when they start their first shift with their actual patient, the trainee will have either the senior shift nurse with them or a supervisor, so they can spend their first shift or more, depending on what the needs are for that individual nurse, really with hands-on shadowing and support training to help them, that everyone really get comfortable. And ongoing, you'll have your monthly mentorship with your case manager and supervisor, and we'll continue to build skills based on your patient need. So this is, a new program that we've just launched, and we're excited about it. We hope that you'll give us feedback and let us know if you have any other ideas to improve it. The next thing we are launching is the new Allume employee portal, and it is brand new, and it's just getting off the ground. But I did want to bring your attention to it. So if you go to allumecares.com/team, you will find it, and there we're starting to collect things like onboarding documents, other documents like time request off documents, and the employee handbook, things like that, all placed right there so you can access it anytime. It also has the initial training videos for people when they first start. It'll also be the place where you can find these updates, all hands updates, We're also developing there the 90-day success program, and the weekly QA with Kelly is up there as well. And every month when we send out the monthly required training, it will be posted there. These monthly trainings will include a link to a quiz, which is required for you to take. And so you want to take that quiz quickly, and then it's quick and easy, and get it done. And then we will be able to validate that you've taken the training, and then check you off for the list. You know, for us, it's important that you do the training every month, or you cannot continue to be on the schedule, because it is a compliance matter for us. Not only that, but because we have a specialty of continuous care, even if you work for another agency and you're doing some other training there, it will not satisfy the needs of our continuous care program. So next thing on the list, now this is important. This is an important announcement. An email went out about it, and a letter is coming to you in the mail, or you've already received it. And it is regarding the summer payroll schedule. Okay, we've had some challenges with getting payroll processed in time without errors due to the time between when we get your continuous care notes and the time that the payroll has to be processed. So we are evolving the schedule for the next 12 weeks to give us more time between the time when we receive your notes in the office and the time that the payroll is processed. And this will help us dramatically. Hopefully it'll help you dramatically, so you won't have to come in quite so aggressively. You'll still have to do your notes every Monday by noon, but it'll involve less challenges for coming in to do QA, and it will also ensure that your payroll gets entered correctly. So here is the payroll schedule. You see that we'll have this Friday, June 15th, you'll get paid, and then it'll be the 25th. So you'll have the 25th of June, and then July 2nd, July 9th, July 18th, July 25th, August 1st, and then August 10th is a Friday, and after that we'll be back into the Friday modes. So there'll be a slightly different time frame for when you'll get paid. You'll want to put this on your calendars so you know. We'll send out weekly emails to everybody. Make sure if you're not receiving the emails that you let us know in the office. Send an email to scheduler@allumecares.com, and Patty Ann will let us know. You need to make sure you get our emails so that you don't miss important information. All right, so that's important stuff. So I just want to say our keys to success are really these three things: remarkable care, timely operations, and recruiting retention. Those three things are allowing us to grow as a company. So remarkable care, what we mean here is, it's the clinical aspect of your care, as well as the soft spots, the soft pieces of how you provide it, and it's also the way you interact with others within our organization. So how we foster remarkable care at Allume is by helping you with clinical excellence, our orientation program, our ongoing training, mentoring, the senior shift nurses. These are all ways that we try to instill remarkable care into the organization. The QA with Kelly videos. The other thing we're gonna launch in August is our first Care Innovation Roundtable, which is so exciting. So just watch for that, because that is a great way for you to participate in helping us do better as an organization. We also have the Remarkable Care Bootcamp program, which is we've delivered once in February, and we're going to post it up on the website so that everybody has access to it. So these are different ways we foster what remarkable care means at Allume. What it means for you, remarkable care, means be patient focused, right? When you're there with a patient, be patient focused, be on time, don't call out, find replacements. If you know that there's a need for a fill-in, be that person. Sharpen your saw. So find out, like, if you notice you would like to be better at something with a patient that you have, ask your mentor, ask your supervisor for some additional education. Sharpen your saw. Follow the 10 steps of remarkable care. And again, if you don't know what those are, it's in the Remarkable Care Bootcamp. Really strive for excellent documentation. Pay attention to what Kelly has to say in the QA videos. Spend some time with Grace. She's really great in helping people develop excellent documentation skills. This is how another way that we can provide remarkable care to our patients and families, and how you can provide remarkable care to your team by giving them good information that they can operate from. Communicate with your case manager. Participate in our events. Listen and watch our videos. And lead by example, right? So everybody at Allume is invited to lead, and the best way to lead is by being remarkable. So that's the first area that is key to our success. The next important area that's key to our success is, if I can get my computer to do my thing, okay, is timely operations. So all of our operations are interconnected. So if your notes aren't done, we can't pay you, and notes must be completed real time or same day. And so helping us with the timely operations is key. That kicks off a series of operations for us internally that really impacts our ability to succeed as a company. Recruiting and retention, so important, right? I mentioned we're growing by 1,500 hours a month, which is about 10 to 15 new employees a month. And so we are focused on making sure that we can really support that kind of growth. There are things that you can do to help us with this, and we really appreciate any help. First of all, you can, and I can't believe I didn't say this, but refer your friends. Refer remarkable case providers, primarily nurses and home health aides. We need them. If you knew somebody who wanted to be a part-time per diem, PT, OT, speech therapist, social worker, we would grab those wonderful people as well. You can also go onto Facebook and join the CT Nurse Network. So go to Facebook, and at the top where there's a search, just type CT Nurse Network. CT Nurse Network is an organization online. It's a networking organization that is sponsored by Allume, and it's there to help us connect with nurses and to elevate the concept of what it means to be a nurse leader in these days and times. So join us there. Also, whenever we have a new job posting, we post it to our Facebook page and to CT, and also to CT Nurse Network. If you would be so kind as to just share those posts to your timeline, it helps us spread the word. Like our posts. So every day we put out a quote. Every so often we put out funny or interesting articles. Be generous with us and like or comment, and that just allows the good stuff to spread. Also, a great thing, great way to recruit and retain is to be a team player. So the more that you are caring of others in the team, the more likely we'll all stay together and want to work together. So that's a great thing you can do to help with retention, as well as appreciating people. It's important. Nurses' number one request, when I surveyed over 100 nurses to ask them what it is that they most wish from employers, is appreciation. So if we can appreciate one another, then it allows for us all to want to stay working together. And of course, be remarkable, because that is what attracts and retains more high-quality people. And it really repels people who are not so remarkable. So just put that out there for you. So again, keys to success: remarkable care, timely operations, and recruiting and retention. These are the things we're going to be focusing on for the rest of 2018. And we'll go deeper as the year goes on. And as a reminder, we have a recognition and rewards challenge out there to have 100% notes complete on time. So between now and July 15th, I invite you to really get out there, get your notes done, get them turned in, be a great team player. We thank you very much. We appreciate all you do. Go out and make the world a better place.